Here's a shocking truth. The average American spends over $2,000 a year on supplements, yet most are taking the wrong ones for longevity. Meanwhile, some of the most powerful anti-aging compounds cost less than your monthly coffee budget. Today, I'm going to show you 5 supplements that science says can actually extend your health span and how to get them without breaking the bank. I'm diving deep into the research to separate the longevity supplements that actually work from the expensive placebos. We'll cover 5 compounds with solid science behind them, why they matter for aging, and most importantly, how to get pharmaceutical-grade quality without paying premium prices. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for building your own longevity stack for under $50 a month. Let's start with magnesium, which I call the master mineral for longevity. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Nutrition followed over 358,000 people for 9 years and found that those with the highest magnesium intake had a 10% lower risk of all-cause mortality. Here's why. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including DNA repair, energy production, and inflammation control. Think of it as the oil in your car's engine. Without enough, everything starts breaking down faster. The problem? Nearly 70% of Americans are deficient. Now, fancy magnesium supplements can cost $40–60 per month. But here's the budget hack. Magnesium glycinate from brands like Doctor's Best or Now Foods costs around $12–15 for a month's supply and offers the same bioavailability as the premium versions. Take 400 millimers before bed. It'll improve your sleep quality too, which is another longevity multiplier. Next up, omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. A massive 2023 meta-analysis published in Mayo Clinic Proceedings analyzed data from over 120,000 participants and found that higher omega-3 blood levels were associated with a 15–18% reduction in cardiovascular mortality. But here's what most people don't know. Omega-3s also protect your telomeres, those protective caps on your chromosomes that shorten as you age. A study from Ohio State University showed that people with higher omega-3 levels had telomeres equivalent to being 2.5 years younger biologically. The expensive fish oil supplements can run $50–80 monthly, but you can get the same benefits from Nordic Naturals' basic formula or even Costco's Kirkland brand for about $15–20 per month. Look for at least 1,000 milliliters combined EPA and DHA daily. Pro tip: if you're vegetarian, algae-based omega-3s from brands like Sports Research cost about $25 monthly and are just as effective. Here's where things get interesting. Vitamin D3 and K2 work together like a perfectly choreographed dance. A 2019 study in the Journal of Internal Medicine found that people with optimal vitamin D levels lived an average of 2 years longer than those who were deficient. But D3 alone isn't enough. You need K2 to direct calcium to your bones instead of your arteries. Think of D3 as the delivery truck bringing calcium into your bloodstream, and K2 as the GPS telling it where to go. Without K2, that calcium can end up clogging your arteries, which is the opposite of what we want for longevity. Premium D3 plus K2 combos can cost $40+ monthly, but you can get Life Extension's D3 plus K2 or even Amazon's own brand for around $12–15 per month. The sweet spot is 4,000 IU of D3 with 100–200 mcg of K2 MK7 daily. Get your blood levels tested. You want your 25-hydroxy vitamin D between 40–60 ml. Now here's a supplement that'll surprise you. Creatine. Most people think it's just for gym bros, but a 2023 study in Nutrients Journal revealed something fascinating. Creatine supplementation improved cognitive function in adults over 60, particularly memory and processing speed. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ, using about 20% of your daily calories, and creatine helps fuel those neural powerhouses called mitochondria. It's like giving your brain premium gasoline instead of regular. Plus, creatine helps maintain muscle mass as you age, which is crucial since we lose 3–8% of our muscle mass per decade after age 30. The beauty of creatine? It's dirt cheap. A container of basic creatine monohydrate from brands like Optimum Nutrition or bulk supplements costs about $20 and lasts 3 or 4 months. That's roughly $5.07 per month for cognitive and physical benefits. Take 3 or 5 grams daily. timing doesn't matter, despite what the fitness magazines say. Finally, let's talk about NAD plus precursors. These are the compounds that boost NAD plus, a molecule that declines by about 50% between ages 40 and 60. NAD plus is essential for cellular energy production and DNA repair. A 2022 clinical trial published in Nature Communications showed that people taking nicotinamide riboside, an NAD plus precursor, had improved muscle function and reduced inflammation markers. David Sinclair from Harvard calls NAD plus the fountain of youth molecule. And while that might be overselling it, the research is promising. Here's the problem. Branded NAD plus supplements like Basis or True Niagen cost $40–50 monthly. The budget alternative? Pure nicotinamide riboside, or NMN powder from companies like Doublewood or Renew by Science, runs about $25–30 monthly for the same active dose. Take 250–300 milliliters daily on an empty stomach. Fair warning, this is still the most expensive supplement on our list, but it's also the most cutting edge. All right, here's your budget longevity stack game plan. Start with the big three: magnesium glycinate at bedtime, omega-3s with breakfast, and D3-PLK2 in the morning. That's your foundation for about $40–50 monthly. Once that's dialed in for 2 to 3 months, add creatine daily, another $6 monthly. Finally, if your budget allows, consider an NAD plus precursor for about $25–30 monthly. Your total monthly cost? Around $75–85 for a science-backed longevity protocol that would cost $200+ if you bought premium brands. Buy in bulk when possible, check for third-party testing certificates, and remember, consistency beats perfection. Taking these supplements 80% of the time is infinitely better than taking expensive ones 20% of the time because you can't afford them. If this helped you build your longevity stack without emptying your wallet, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification